It was a joke. You're not a dummy. We could just do this every single week. We could just sit in silence every single week. It's fine.
Well, you saying that means that we're not sitting in silence.
Ooh, got him. Yeah, but you're intentionally trying to make awkward silence, and I don't appreciate it.
You know what I'm intentionally trying to do?
Your podcast. What are you intentionally trying to do?
Welcome everyone to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Donald Trump, the 40-something president of the United States.
45th, I believe.
It doesn't matter. I was the best. I was the greatest, and they should have stopped after me.
Depending on who you ask in the country, they did.
Exactly. That's what my followers say. I kind of lost the accent. The voice.
The voice.
I'm on
The thing with the voice is
the voice.
You want it lower.
Lower.
You want to elongate your words.
Elongate
Elongate them words. You want it to be somewhere between New Jersey and dumb, and that's hard to do. It's the perfect middle.
The fine line of the
perfect middle. Exactly what my doctor calls my stomach. It is the best. I am the fittest president that's ever lived.
I was called here to, frankly, do some nuking. That is why I was called here. Frankly,
I have dropped a few nukes, but that was just after Melania's cooking.
I'm the only one who can. Oh man, I'm just really. I can sometimes do it.
You can't do it.
It's okay.
You're a failure.
It's probably I can't hear myself. Maybe it's because I'm trying to do a Donald Trump. Give me a second.
You wanna okay. Welcome to the part of the show where Matthew fixes his hair.
I had to fix my hair. Okay. It doesn't matter. I was trying to do a bit, but I didn't practice the voice beforehand, which means I didn't get the muscle memory in my throat. Got him. And so that's the problem. I was trying to do a bit where we talked about nuking London last week, which is totally a joke, and I was trying to do a bit where Donald Trump comes in and says that he's the president, he's the only person with the power to nuke London, because it's probably something he would say. Regardless, hi buddy. Hey, what's up? I'm dead.
We usually joke about how it's like 4 a.m. and we're in a warehouse somewhere. It's not 4 a.m, but this is pretty late for us to record.
It feels like it's 4 a.m. Like that's the day. No, that's the week that I've had. Where it, like right now, as we're recording, it's like a decent time. It's a normal time for people to be up. No, it feels like it's 4 a.m. to me.
I did take a nap after work, so maybe that's why I feel a little
groggy,
little tired.
Yeah, no, I give up. What fun things did you do this week, buddy?
Fun things did I do this week?
Anything?
I guess the most fun thing I did was go on a date.
Hey,
I went on a date again.
What'd
it's
you
the same
do?
girl. So don't hate me for this.
Okay. You went and saw Aquaman too?
No. No. I'm not going to support an abuser.
Yeah.
Not just in Momoa. He's awesome. But Amber Turd is in the movie, and I don't care.
I hope that nobody was Jason Momoa for the abuser in this situation.
I just need to clarify Amber Turd is the problem.
She is a big problem.
Women can be abusive too. Men can be victims. Johnny Depp had his problems, but hey, she pooped in his bed.
That was like, ooh, yeah. What'd you do?
We went to Dad's, the restaurant near where I
Oh,
live.
didn't we have a date there?
We did have a date there. That's why I don't want you
Connor,
to be mad.
Connor, Connor.
It gets worse.
I still have those pictures saved.
Yeah,
On.
that picture is my screensaver on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And we ordered exactly what you were eating in the picture.
Oh my gosh.
We both got the same thing.
All right, now I have to meet her. Now you have no choice. I have to meet her immediately to establish dominance. I was here first, and I will be here long after.
I just would like to ask you one question. How does it feel?
How does what feel?
When someone you care about for so long now has someone else to do the things that you used to do with them? How does it feel?
It hurts. It really hurts. It's like a knife to the heart. It really is.
Yeah, well, you decided to buy a house far away from me. And so we can't go on dates anymore unless we both block off an entire day.
Yeah. Yeah, that is unfortunate. But I don't remember getting any text from you saying, "Hey, we should go on a date." Just saying.
I remember about a year ago when we tried to go on a date and it didn't work out well.
We tried to go on a date a year ago.
Remember we tried to go get sushi and we ended up at Golden Corral somehow?
We ended up witnessing a murder. Walking in on a dead body.
I don't
Yeah,
think it was a dead body. I think they were just sleeping.
Yeah, okay. Just like my goldfish went to a farm, a little goldfish koi pond.
Yeah, it went to Pepperidge Farms. That joke is that Pepperidge Farm makes the goldfish cracker snacks.
Yeah.
For those of you that couldn't get it, I want to explain that joke, not because I think you didn't get it, but because I wanted to get the recognition it deserves, because Matt didn't react to it.
Jokes on all of you. Goldfish crackers are just dehydrated goldfish.
Yeah, that's all they are.
They went undercover. I mean, they went undercover and they were able to discover that goldfish, the beloved snack of the century, the snack that smiles back,
goldfish,
is actually dehydrated goldfish. Like goldfish, the live animal. Vegans, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't do anything about it because you can't eat them. I don't think you could eat them before.
Goldfish.
I don't think they're vegan friendly, if I'm being honest.
You think you don't know if the cheese snack is vegan friendly?
Yeah, no, I think there's something in there that just isn't vegan friendly towards vegans. Are you sure? But now you extra can't eat it because it's got meat.
You know it's not vegan friendly? Me.
Yeah, you go get them.
Do you know why? Because we've got beef. And I'm gonna go ham. and punch you in the ribs.
Don't call me honey.
I'm gonna pork chop you in the face.
I think we're probably gonna milk this joke for everything it's got.
All right. You just made this all way too cheesy.
Oreos.
Oreos are vegan.
Oh yeah, I failed that quiz. I remember now.
Wait, did you?
I think so. Oh, I definitely failed that quiz. I said honey was vegan because there's no cruelty involved. I said Oreos weren't vegan because of the cream, but it is in fact vegan. I don't remember all of them, but I'm almost positive I failed that quiz.
I was so bad at
keep it. You just have
the beginning. I've gotten much better.
Yeah. Because we've tried to look back and
Right.
you have not been able to figure things out and decipher your cryptic messages.
Well, maybe we will when we do when we look back on today's quiz.
Oh no. No, sir.
What? You don't want to do a quiz today?
No, I don't want to call back on anything. What is it?
Well, today's a brand new quiz and a brand new way to torture you.
Oh, great.
But you know what we got to do first.
No.
There's the same way that we always introduce the quiz to it. We have to find some way that's interesting and funny and smart to transition, you know?
Yeah, like a really clever way to get into the quiz, the clever
right.
boy.
Right.
Yeah. I can't think of a way to do that though.
Clever.
Clever.
I was clever once.
I was clever once.
I took a quiz.
I took a quiz.
A clever boy quiz.
A clever boy quiz.
A quiz to see if I was clever.
A quiz to see if I was clever.
Clever.
I was clever once.
Welcome this week to the Clever Boy Quiz, everyone's favorite game show where Matt gets mad at me, and today's not going to be any different.
I don't think you can legally say everybody's favorite portion of the show because he can say everybody.
I checked with him beforehand.
But what if there's somebody who doesn't like this? Namely me, the co-partner of this show. I'm suing. But let's get on with the quiz.
Matt, you are currently at the rank of 19 clever drumming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so close to 20.
You are 7 losses.
Ooh.
6 wins, I think.
How am I at 19, but I'm only at 6 wins?
Well, currently you're at 16 wins, actually.
Then how am I at 19?
I don't know. That's a great question. Because I'm looking at the win-loss table here.
I should be at 19 wins if I'm at 19, right?
Unless we started this after, like later on.
But even then, I should be over 19.
I don't care.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because when you got to 10 wins,
it canceled out the losses. So the losses, right. We can't keep track of the losses. But as far as wins, if I'm 19 clevering or whatever it is, I should be at 19 wins because I had to win 19 times to get to that title.
We'll just go with 16.
Okay.
I've now confused myself, and I don't want to talk about this any longer.
You just don't want me to get to 20 so that I cancel out the 7 losses because I'm about to ace this clever boy quiz.
I don't think you are.
I probably won't. You're right.
In fairness, I've made what is a very difficult quiz, and I have tried to make it as simple as possible at the same time.
Okay.
And in doing so, I've made what I think will make you the angriest I've ever made you.
Bring it on.
Of these quizzes.
I just did 6 different trainings today on how to be a better leader. So
today's quiz is called Bigger Than a Bread Box, Smaller Than a Hyundai Tucson.
Oh man, I drive a Hyundai Tucson. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, crazy.
I was crazy one.
Matt, I'm going to give you an animal, and you have to tell me if that animal is closer in size to a bread box or a Hyundai Tucson.
A bread, like something that holds a loaf of bread.
Yes, but that is difficult, right? because you don't know how big a bread box is. But you do know how big a Hyundai Tucson is.
I mean, a bread box probably is just a bit bigger than a loaf of bread, so that it can hold the
Not
entire
necessarily.
loaf of bread. Okay.
To make this easier for you, you're going to have to only know the height of the animal. And in most of the cases, if it's either the length or the height that I could have taken, I took the height of the shoulder. So think
Okay.
about it like that.
So to be bigger, does that just mean it has to be taller or
Yes.
wider?
Yes. So we're going by height for everything. So
Okay.
the height of the bread box compared to the height of the Hyundai Tucson. I went with your specific model and year of car. So that
Okay.
you could have some frame of reference of how tall that is.
All right.
I don't know if you're going to. I know how
It is
object
less
permanence goes for you.
it is less tall than me. So if I could just base it off of roughly my height, then I think we're good. Let's do this.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Very simple. We can keep. I'll keep talking through it with you, if you're not getting it. But I think you got this. I don't think this could be. I don't think anything can go wrong here. You know.
I ain't stupid. Who do you think I am? Some dumb guy? I'm 19 cleving.
It's 19 clever drummers drumming, but sure.
I'm 19. I've succeeded in 19 quizzes, even though you don't recognize that. I've succeeded in 19, technically 19 plus, because we didn't record some of the duo episodes that I won. The guest episodes I meant. But
There you go.
regardless, I ain't dumb. So we're gonna ace this quiz, is what we're gonna do.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Let's
We've
do
been
it.
talking about this quiz for too long.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Is a yellowfin tuna closer to the size of a car or size of a bread box?
Right. Problem. Yellowfin tuna. Okay, so you said shoulder blade of the animal. Tuna don't have shoulder blades.
Correct. So then it's length that you're looking for.
Okay, and am I going off then the height of the car? It's the tuna is standing up.
Yes.
Up and down. Okay. Yellowfin tuna is closer to the height of it's. Am I supposed to?
Do you believe it's closer in the height of your car or a bread box?
My car.
Final answer.
Yellowfin tuna are huge. Yes.
That is correct.
Woo!
I didn't know tuna were huge for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I watched like a video of someone like catching a tuna. And I was like, that thing is massive.
I watch a lot of, because I follow like sushi guys on TikTok, and I've actually seen a couple videos where they're like cutting up the tuna to sell.
Mm-hmm.
They are just absolutely massive, and these people are masters with a knife. It's insane.
From head to tail, a yellowfin tuna is on average 7 feet 10 inches long.
Jeez Louise. All right.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it was that big. I just thought it was big.
Oh yeah. Right. Animal number 2, a jaguar.
Okay.
This is one of the animals that will be the shoulder height.
As in it's standing up on its hind leg shoulder height, or like it's on all fours shoulder height?
On all fours, proper standing, like toe to shoulder, basically.
Yeah. Bread box.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
2 for 2 so far.
It was close.
Yeah.
I'll explain. I'll go over the heights of both of the example objects at the end of this.
Is it like right in the middle-ish, like right around there?
Sort of. A jaguar is 31.9 inches in height to its shoulder.
You say inches. I don't know how to convert that to feet. So
36 inches is 3 feet.
gotcha. I don't do math well. All right.
Matt, there's 12 inches in a foot.
Yes. But then I had to figure out 12 times what is close to the number, and then I have to add the leftover numbers, and that's just not fun. So yeah, I just don't.
Here's something that I do for like a tip at a restaurant that I want to pass on. This is just like, hey, fun advice from Uncle Tony here. I don't want to explain that nickname, but
That's okay.
there's very specific people out there that will understand what that is. If you're going to give a tip, the typical tip that you give, if you want to give like base gratuity, if you're going to be a good person, is 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is round to the nearest 5. So like if you have $21, go down to 20. But if you have like $23, go to 25, and then just take the one multiple of 5. So $20, 5 times 4, you tip $4.
Interesting. Okay. Fancy, easy math tricks. There you go.
I always do $4, and then I change it so that it always goes to an even number, just because I like even numbers.
Yeah.
So it'll be like $4 and some change for the tip. But if you think about it like that, it helps you do the tip fully. There is a little room for discrepancy, but typically you're going to go over because of just like rounding up is easier than rounding down most of the time. And so you'll be given a little more than 20%. Plus, it's a good base. So if you know, like, I spent $36 on this meal, that's a $7 tip. They did great. I'm going to give an extra $10. Know that like I'm giving a decent tip on this meal. Just a fun way to think about it.
There's also a fun little contraption that not many people know that they have, but there's a little calculator on every single modern phone.
I'm giving you a tip so you don't need a calculator.
Take that, Mrs. Decker. There's a calculator, and I have it with me wherever I go.
I technically have 2 because there's one on my watch.
Yeah, there you go. I like using a calculator because it's too much work to use my brain, and I'd rather be dumb and stupid, but also very quick and efficient. You know,
it's not too much work though. That's what I'm describing to you with this tip.
Right, but like putting plus signs or minus signs anywhere in the equation, ooh, yeah, not really something I want to do ever. I took the one class in college that I was required to take as far as math goes. I was required to take one class. The one class that I took was the easiest math class that they offered, and I got straight A's because I'm really good at easy math. Once you get into like, I don't even know, I could not tell you right now how to long division out at all. I could not tell you how to long divide. If a gun was to my head, I would probably get it wrong.
Okay, that's going to be my topic this week then. We're going to go over long division.
You're just going to teach me long division?
I swear to you, as soon as we finish this quiz, I'm going to teach you long division.
Oh, man. Okay, you can try.
It's so simple.
Right. And I learned it at one point, and I was very good at it at one point, and then I just stopped using it because why? What I do to divide now is I just multiply numbers until I get around the right number.
All it, dude, you're gonna love learning long division. Okay. Number 3, animal number 3. We got to get way back into what we were doing.
Sorry. Yeah.
Animal number 3. Adult male Western gorilla.
Okay. Is this all fours? Like, if they are on their little 2 feet, they're probably shorter than if they, like stand up like this. So do you have a reference for that height there?
I believe it's just on all fours, but let me double check. It's always good to know for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
asking me a question I did not consider.
You thought that I wouldn't explore all avenues before giving my answer like I have been lately. You thought wrong. I explore every avenue. I look in between the lines because there's a lot of obscurity. And I'm not inclined to resign to maturity. But if it's all right, then I'm pretty sure you're all wrong.
It doesn't say.
Okay, I'm going to go with my 2015 Hyundai Tucson anyway.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Sure.
I don't know the difference between gorillas. I'm sure there are smaller breeds depending on where you are in the world, and there are bigger breeds. I'm pretty sure like the silverback gorilla is a pretty big breed. But I don't know if the Western gorilla is, and you said adult male. I don't know if they're like a smaller breed. I'm still, yes, final answer, car.
Yeah, Matt, you had the right answer. I was just trying to psych you out in the end.
That's rude. 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 All right?
Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Dad? Yeah, so an adult male gorilla is 4'11".
Wow, really?
Yeah. I have
That's
a friend
kinda-
named Zoe that's 4'11".
That's kind of short. I didn't realize that they were
have
that short.
their wingspan though can be like 7 feet.
They have wings? I'm sorry. I had to. Go to the next question.
Number 4,
Mm.
a squid.
What kind of squid? There's a lot of squids.
Not with my Google search.
What? There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of different.
If I had to click on more links to get to a more specific animal, I did. Squid is one thing, my guy.
Okay. There are giant squid though, and then there's
Ooh.
just like regular squids.
But here's the thing: you have to ask yourself, did I say the words giant squid?
No, but there's other. Okay. Am I going top of the head to the bottom of the tentacles, or I don't think are they tentacles? I don't think they are tentacles. Whatever they are on the squid. Am I going from the very top to the very bottom, or the main meaty pod of the squid?
From the top to the tentacles. From tip to 10.
Yeah. I'm gonna go bread box.
You said bread box?
Yeah, bread box. Yep.
Final answer?
Sure. Yeah.
That is correct.
Are you upset that I'm actually doing decent on this quiz?
Yeah, I thought this was going to be way harder.
I have pretty good spatial awareness. Okay. I have a good judge on. I actually don't. I'm really bad at it. A lot of when people, when I was training to be a police officer,
You're a cop?
I said when I was training, I didn't actually, I went to school for this. You know this, Connor, you know this. But when I was in school, like they would ask, like the teachers would ask people to stand up and be like, yeah, adult white male, approximately, 5'10", blah, 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 blah. Like they'd spat all this information off. And I'm like, how do you know this? Like there's not an indicator or a ruler behind me. I'm not in Taco Bell. How do you know how tall I am?
Yes.
I was always really bad at that, and I was worried that it was going to hinder me being a police officer. But now I don't even want to be a police officer, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you're not the one that had to give the witness statements where you had to say that.
Yeah, but as a police officer, you have to go on the radio.
Well,
little
that's why you
radio.
say approximately.
Yeah, but I'd be like approximately 5'6", and they're like 6'8". And I'm like, how did I get that so wrong? Yeah, I usually go by my height. Like that's the best way that I have to do it. Is like I look at
Oh,
somebody and they're like generally 5'10", so I
So
go
most
with.
people are taller than you.
No,
Just you're,
I'm pretty
you're
sure
just
I'm
a
above the average
tiny
male
little
height.
man.
Pretty sure
You're
I'm
just
above.
the smallest little thing.
Nope.
Just pack you
Average
up on a
male
little
height.
baby Bjorn.
Average male height is 5'8", and I'm above it. So
1
2
inch.
inches. 2.
Tiny man. Number 5.
Number
Platypus.
5. A platypus bread box.
Final answer.
Yeah, final answer. I don't know how they do that noise.
It's D. Bradley Baker.
I'm sorry. D. Bradley Baker's a king among men and women and everybody else.
And everything in between. Yeah, platypus is sorry, I don't know if I said the squid is 24 inches, which is 2 feet long on average.
Wow.
A platypus is 20 inches long on average.
Dang. Okay. Nice. Perry, you got that length, my dude. Sorry.
I need you to stop talking.
Trust me, I want to.
I need to somehow figure out how to do this podcast with you, but not have you talk.
I don't think that this ADHD medication is working, because lately I've been saying more off the wall kind of stuff and not been able to filter at all. And I've been taking my medication, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
We'll see.
Body's got to get used to it.
All right, number 6. A wombat.
You can't give me fictional animals. There's no actual height for wombats.
Yeah, there are. They're actually real animals too. And they poop cubes.
Well, okay then. Wombats are tiny little creatures with wings. They're like little rats, but with wings.
No, but you're thinking of a woobat.
I'm thinking of a bat, actually, just a bat.
You're just thinking of a straight up bat.
I think a wombat is closer to Breadbox. Final answer, Connor.
Now we've got a game, folks. That's incorrect.
Really? What is
wombats? Wombats are chunky boys. They're 40 inches tall.
Wowee. Oh. Hi, little guy. You're cute. You're from Australia. Oh, my Lord.
Sorry, they are 40 inches long.
Look at this. I need to show you this.
But I don't have
do you want a visual comparison? Because I can give you a visual comparison. Unless this is photoshopped. Hold on. Nope. I gotta turn the brightness down. Sorry.
I just wanted to clarify for the listeners that I didn't have. Yeah, they're huge. They're
ginormous.
I don't have an actual height for them, so that's why I went with the length.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I didn't lie.
No, you're fine.
I did double check that was the only one that I had.
I didn't think they were that big. So yeah, that's my B, you know.
Let's see if I can get that. See, that's their poop right there. They do they poop cubes.
It's got to be something with like their intestinal tract that just like packs it into a cube. That's wild.
This is from the Wikipedia page on wombats. Wombats leave distinctive cube feces. As wombats arrange these feces to mark territories and attract mates, it is believed that the cubic shape makes them more stackable and less likely to roll, which this gives them some biological advantage. The method in which the wombat produces them is not well known, but it believes the wombat's intestines stretch peripheral, per,
Peripherally.
per, preferentially.
Preferentially.
Yeah, preferential, definitely preferential. I can't say that word.
That's okay.
At the walls with two flexible and two stiff areas around its intestines.
That's cool. They're building Legos with their poop. That's
Apparently, their intestines are just one of those Lego or the Play-Doh fun factories.
goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wombats are another giant thing from Australia.
Oh yeah.
Psychopaths.
Alrighty. No, speaking of giant animals, number 7, a capybara.
Ooh, capybara. I don't think they're large-ish, but I think they're more like dog-sized.
They are the largest rodent.
Yeah. But I think they're like dog size, like large dog size, like my dog. Which means I'm more inclined to lean towards the height of a bread box. Final answer, Jack. Let's do this.
That is correct.
And how many did I need to pass?
Capybara is 2 feet tall.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
It's a short little fella.
Yes, indeed. But for a rodent, massive.
Pretty big. Pretty dang big. Unless you've seen the sewer rats from New York, because those fellas. Whew.
Or the ROUSE, the ROUSs.
The rodents of unusual size from Princess Bride.
I don't believe they exist though.
Maybe they do. Who knows? Please help. Send help. Connor is getting eaten right now by a ROUS. Please.
Hold on, there's a fire spout. Let me just roll over towards it.
I can't lose another friend to these monsters, please.
Number 8. A white-tailed deer.
White-tailed deer. As opposed to a yellow-tailed deer.
This is again one that it is foot to shoulder.
Yeah. They are pretty tall. Like, I mean, not tall. Like, I literally almost hit one and it came up to maybe like my door handle. Like, not that tall, but that's like closer to the height of my Tucson. I'm gonna go with the car.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Matt, that is correct. White-tailed deer is 47 inches tall.
Wow. That's hold on. That's like 4-ish feet.
311.
See, 4-ish. That's 2 inches off. There you go.
Do you have to figure out what was 12 times 4?
Technically, it's 1 inch. No, I just you earlier said that 36 was 3 feet, so I just added 12 to that, and I'm like, yeah, that's basically 4 feet. So that's why I said 4-ish, because I didn't really do the math. Like I said, if I have to add or subtract, I'm not doing it. I'm just guesstimating here.
But you just did it, and look at you.
I guesstimated.
You were right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, a raccoon dog.
Again, with the fictional animals here, bud. Next, you're gonna be like the chimera, the sphinx. Raccoon dogs are closer to the bread box size.
Final answer.
Final answer. For the record, I do know that these are real animals. I was pulling your leg a little bit.
That's correct. They are fox-like in size, and so they are about 28 inches on average.
Nice. That is 2 feet 4 inches. For
There
those.
you go. Look
for
at
those.
math learning. Look at Matt learning math. All right, your final one. You know how you just like kind of joked at me that I was picking fictional animals, and
Dang it, Connor.
Your last animal is a Komodo dragon.
That's a real animal.
Yeah, but it has dragon in the name.
Okay. Komodo dragon. So am I going if they were standing on their tail?
Their
Like-
length, yes.
Their whole length. Okay.
The
That is
average-
definitely car, closer to the size of my car.
Final answer.
Final answer. They're huge.
Are you sure?
No, but I do know that they are pretty big in size, so I'm gonna go with yes. Final answer.
Yeah, that's correct.
Frankly, I really feel like I did good in this quiz. Frankly, sorry.
Komodo dragon is 9'8".
Oh wow! Whew. That's a
On
big
average.
fella. That's a big fella.
That's larger than the tuna.
Yeah, it is. Wow, it is. You don't really think about this stuff because they don't share the same area of the Earth. My vote is that we put the tuna on land
They do.
so
It's
they can
called
share.
sushi.
So they can share a biome. I think that they deserve it.
So you don't need this question, but would you like the bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought it would be fun and cheeky because we talked about him last week. Mewtwo.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go with my car
What is
because
that?
I'm pretty sure. Why is that? Wait a second. This bonus, they're supposed to be different, Connor, than the format of the quiz. What are you doing?
It is. This is fictional.
This is fictional. All right, fair enough. So Mewtwo is taller than Ash Ketchum, okay? And if Ash Ketchum is a 10-year-old boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would make him probably at least as tall as my headlights or maybe like my door handle. Okay, 10-year-olds, they're tall enough. They're not like babies, which would be closer to a bread box. Mewtwo is taller than a 4-year-old, so I'm going to go with car. Final answer.
Would you like to try and guess how tall Mewtwo is?
5'8". No, probably taller than that.
Close.
Really?
Mewtwo is 6'8".
6'8". That was a whole foot off, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not even remotely close. That's
Yeah,
like
but 5 and 6 are close together.
that's like saying me and Shaq are similar heighted.
Well, I feel silly for thinking this was going to be a tough quiz.
I hope you do, and I hope you learn your lesson.
Probably not, but we'll go forward and see how this goes. But Matt, that does mean that you are one step closer.
I'm at 20, which means I technically should be able to cancel out everything, right?
No.
All right.
Well,
I
you do
know
get
I know that you're wrong, but I'm not willing to fight it. And if you have 16, then we're just gonna go with 16, and we're gonna
well,
deal
now
with
I
it.
have 17.
Yeah, now you have 17.
But you do get a new title.
which is 20. So very
20 clever 4.
20 clever 4 because it's 2024, guys. 3, 2, 1. I need to really update this. I need to update my little soundtrack board over here, my soundboard, because that is really old stuff, guys. Come on. Like, I pay you guys for a specific thing, and it is not lawyering, apparently, because whatever.
Oh, we haven't paid you? Oh.
Is that because people aren't supporting us on Patreon? Patreon.com/The Garlic Boys. $3 a month, maybe even more.
Should we go to the sponsor then, so we can, or the partner of the show? Partner of the show. Maybe if people go to puzzleroompittsburgh.com and book one of their 3 incredible escape rooms that are themed after this, the study, Seeking Sasquatch or Escape the Undead, where they can unlock the thrill of adventure, and they use our promo code Garlic Boy at checkout to get $5 off their tickets, then we can pay you.
I like to think that the reason that it is Garlic Boy instead of Garlic Boys is not because that they only had a limited number of space for their promo code, but because that there is going to be one ultimate Garlic Boy, and every person that uses the Garlic Boy promo code for the escape room in Pittsburgh is going to be put into a Coliseum style gladiator showdown, and that there will be one ultimate clever boy, and my vote is on the person in Brussels. That's my vote.
But hey, if you'd like to enter and be part of that, just again go to puzzleroompittsburgh.com, check out the escape rooms, and when you book, use the promo code Garlic Boy at checkout. Don't want to miss out on the ultimate escape experience. Go ahead and book now.
Book, right, like pause the show, book, but then make sure you come back to the show, because we want the full episode listen. That would be preferable.
I think you can do both. I mean, I think you can listen to the show, unless your browser only lets you have one tab open, which
but then you should just download Amazon Music or Spotify and then listen on there, so then you can also go to your browser. Some people listen to this while they're driving, namely me and my mother. So I can't really just like multitask while I'm driving, unfortunately. And nor should you, listeners. Connor's probably going to make some quip about how he just does everything all at once.
You can't multitask.
I'm surprised you would say that, because I figured you'd be like, texting and driving is totally fine, guys. Come on.
Definitely don't text and drive at the same time.
If they don't know by now that the things we say should not be taken at all literally, then they should probably, I don't want to say stop listening, because I like my listeners and I want you to keep listening, but you should probably like check yourself,
Reevaluate how you're coming about life.
Yeah, what is this?
Matt, give me 2 numbers.
6,947 and 2.
6,947.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
Wait. I just said 2.
Just 2?
No, I'll do 42. Make it a little harder.
And 42.
Oh no.
Welcome to long division class.
This is not. No, I don't want to do this.
We have the 42 here.
Welcome to
Can
Crash
42
Course.
go into 6?
42 cannot go into 6.
Okay, so then we have to go one space over. Can 42 go into 69? Nice.
Nice. Yes, it can.
How many times?
Once.
Okay, so then we put our 1 up here.
Okay.
I like making it a fancy one, so we know. All right, next step, we have to subtract. So we take our 42.
Pretty sure I just said that I will not be doing that.
We subtract it from the 69. Nice.
Nice.
To get 27.
I don't have enough money for chicken nuggets.
So then we bring down the 4.
Oh, okay.
We have 274.
Okay.
Matt, can 42 go into 274?
I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, I can.
How many times do you think you can?
42 is relatively close to 50, and 50 times 4 is 200, and then another 50, so that's 5 50s. I would say at least 5 or 6, possibly.
Okay. So 42 plus 42 would get us to 84.
Yeah.
84 plus 84 is going to be 168. 168 plus 42
Being the
is
300s.
going to be 310. So that's 5.
Okay, so it's got to be 4. 310 minus 42 would be a number that 72, right?
168.
310 minus 42?
Is
Yeah, I
one,
guess. It would be
268. Sorry.
That's okay. So
4 4 times.
Okay.
268. This might not be the most fascinating thing to listen to, but I promise this is fun.
This is fun for Connor, maybe.
So, can we subtract 8 from 4?
No.
So we need to borrow
1 from the 7 and take this. It becomes a 6. You can do it.
Crying.
There you go. Make it
14 minus 8.
14 minus 8 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So we got 6.
All right. Can 42 go into 6?
Yes.
No.
I'm just pulling your leg. No, it can't.
So we got to pull down our 7. 42 go into 67?
Yes.
How many times?
1 time.
Put the 1 up here. $67 minus 42.
Gross. There's going to be a remainder, isn't there?
We get to 25.
Nice.
And then, so that would be a remainder typically. But you could also do the decimal, but you were just going to do the remainder of 25. And there you have it.
Wow.
Those are your steps. You multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat.
MS-DOS. Oh, no. Sorry. MSBR. MSBR.
MSBR. As long as you remember the MSBR, you can always divisBR. And there you go.
There you
Any
go,
questions,
guys.
class?
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do I need to know that?
Because math is important.
Is it?
Math isn't everything. If we don't understand math, we're not going to understand the world. If you want to understand the world, then you're always going to want to be smarter. You see, once we understand what's going on around us, we truly understand who we are. Once we understand who we are and what we want, then we can truly go out into this world and make a difference.
Sounds like BS to me. I kind of never want to do that again. So how about we don't?
All right, fine. What's your topic then?
I have been watching a new show. It's an old show. I've watched it before, but I started watching it again, and I forgot how much I loved it.
Is it Psych?
No, well, yes. Mia and I are now in season 7, and we just got to the point where that's a big spoiler for people who haven't watched the most amazing show on the entire
Is it
planet.
like the big reveal?
Yeah. And last night, so it's essentially a 2-part episode because
I hate this episode, but like it's so well done, but
it's
like
so
it
amazing.
makes me feel so uncomfortable.
I know. So the episode that I talked about that we watched last night, it's a good show, or good episode, big reveal happens. It is like it feels like the whole show is leading to this point, and then the next episode is a very important, like, timey-wimey episode. It's like a parallel universe type episode. It's really freaking cool. I love that episode. We finished the first episode, and Mia's like, I think I'm a little psyched out right now. And I'm like, no, you can't be. No, I know we just watched 7 seasons straight over the last like month, but we need to finish this one episode. Come on. She wants to watch SpongeBob instead. Bit of a downgrade. I was talking about Legend of Korra though. I've been watching it again because I've seen the Avatar main show, the 3 seasons, and even the books. I've watched that plenty of times. I have a pretty decent knowledge, as peeped in the one show with the Fire Lord, where I beat them in the Avatar quiz. Just saying, I know I didn't do my best, but I did win. Anyway, Korra is one I'm not as familiar with. I've watched it through once. It was many years ago, and I want to watch it again. So I have been watching it again, and I'm already in season 3. I started it last week. I watched like a season. Every time I have a day off, I just watch an entire season. It's great. There's absolutely no reason why I'm watching this show, except for the fact of pure enjoyment and character ideas. Oops, I've said too much.
Foreshadowing.
Have you seen Korra?
Oh, several times.
Yeah?
I remember when Korra was coming out and it got moved from premiering on TV onto the Nickelodeon app. And I downloaded the app on my phone and a new episode had come out, but my friends wanted to go for a walk. So I walked around the neighborhood with no headphones in, watching. I can't remember if it was the last episode of season 3, but one of the last episodes. It's the one where he finally flies.
Yeah.
Like, I remember just walking around the neighborhood, and this is the most brutal episode of this show.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think they were only able to do it because it was online and it wasn't like premiering on a kids network anymore. If you haven't watched Legend of Korra, go watch it.
Yes.
But there's a character that is a combustion bender, just like Sparky Boom Man from the first series. But she is part of the terrorist villain organization called the Red Lotus, which believes that the world is better without the Avatar. Well, she is about to shoot her combustion blast at someone, and one of Toph's daughters, who is a metal bender, takes a chain that was around her neck, or just like a piece of a tank or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, some piece of metal, and wraps it around her head.
And she oh man, this show is like 9 times more brutal than the original Avatar series. There's some good action in the original Avatar series, but like this show takes it above and beyond. And like you said, it's probably because it wasn't on TV anymore.
Well, the show did a thing that I think that some good shows, like if you're going to do a sequel series, should do, where they grow with their audience.
Yeah.
The Legend of Last Airbender, I believe, premiered in 2004.
Yeah.
And so you have like kids that are 6, 7, like that age range. That's how old we were really in that age. They're grown up now and they're in high school, and so they want to follow kids that are closer to their age. At that time, like we got like looked towards Aang as like, oh, a 12-year-old, crazy, and now we're 15, 16. It's like we're not looking up to someone; we want to see ourselves in a character. And so you have Korra, Bolin, and Mako, who are all relatively like late teenage years.
Yeah, they were, I believe, around 17-ish. Yeah. At least Korra was. So I do know that when this show was coming out, there was a lot of issues that the creators and writers of the show were running into,
Right.
because of the studio and because of all that. And at the time, LGBTQ stuff was less accepted. There was a route that they wanted to go that involved a relationship, and they weren't able to do that until the books, the little like graphic novels written afterwards. But there were hints in the show and stuff like that, and it was they could have done such great things with the show if they were allowed to continue, but then they were canceled and all that jazz. It was dumb.
It was never like something that they changed the character to fit that specific archetype either.
Yeah, they didn't like force it in there.
Like as soon as Korra met Asami, you knew she was like, this girl's hot.
Yeah.
Because anytime anyone met Asami, people were like, this girl's hot.
This girl's hot. Like
And so like I don't know. I mean, the only reference we get to it in the actual show is at the end of the series. Korra is going off into the spirit world. Asami goes with her, and they're holding hands as they go into it.
Yeah.
It's the most mild and tame thing you can do.
There were also a few like flirty quips in the 4th season. Just a couple. And for the people who do not agree with this kind of thing, you don't even notice it. Like if you're not looking for it, you don't notice it. But the writers did come out and say that this was intentional and that they had plans for it. But regardless, it's an amazing show. Please go enjoy it because it gets a lot of bad rap. Just like and I'm not being some crazy feminazi kind of person. I'm saying that many female-led shows and powerful female characters just get hated on. And I'm not saying that some of their critiques are without warrant. I just disagree wholeheartedly with the overwhelming amount of hatred that female leads get.
Well, that was part of the reason the studio didn't think the show was successful.
Yeah,
it's because you had Avatar as such like this is a boy show. Even though like 3 of the coolest characters on the show were 3 of the strongest characters on the show, I should say, actually were the females.
Yeah.
Of Toph, Katara, and Azula.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the best at all. They were the best benders, period. The only reason why Azula was defeated is because
she went crazy.
She beat Zuko in the Agni Kai.
Yeah.
And then Katara froze her and chained her up and everything. And so like what happened was they changed it from a boy show into a girl show.
But even but
they didn't. It was just a cartoon.
Changing the main character into a female character does not make it a girl show. Like if your masculinity is that insecure that just watching a female lead makes you uncomfortable, then screw off. Don't enjoy this amazing show. But for the viewers that can, deal with that and enjoy it for the amazing show that it is, despite at all who the characters are, because you could make all of these characters the different gender and they would still be awesome. They would still be cool. You could take gender out of the equation entirely. You could make them amorphous blobs and they would still be cool and they would still be awesome and it would still be a rockin' show. So I love what they did. I love the characters as they are, but I think people need to chill out a bit and enjoy things.
There's just so many other themes and ideas and things they explore in that show that just makes it more worth it to watch.
Yeah.
And like you see the writers actually taking care and trying to create a good story. And you're just going to say like, oh, it's not worth watching because there's a female lead. Like
right.
The whole 4th season Korra is dealing with the trauma of what happens to her at the hands of Zahir. And like they really dive into it. Like she's having nightmares, she loses the ability, like she thinks she can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
Like there are so many things that like start affecting her both physically and mentally, and like they do their best to like um handle it with tact, make it a real situation and make you like feel for these characters. But then there's also just like parental trauma,
Mhm.
um like physical trauma that's happened in the past. uh One of the characters loses their bending at one point, and they like literally resign to the fact that they're not going to be able to do it anymore, even though it was their entire identity. And
Yeah.
like they grapple with that.
They deal
um
with some heavy issues. And like you said, they do it in such a good way that like you wouldn't even know that you're dealing with your own trauma watching this dang show. It's amazing.
and then you see Uncle Iroh and you start feeling
Oh,
better and like kind, and just
it,
leaves from the vine.
it's a beautiful show. Please, 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 for the love of goodness, watch it, especially because you're going to need a little background information for something in the future. Foreshadowing, baby. You'll
I don't
never
want to
know
play
what.
the Airbender. We haven't gotten to talk about this yet, but
We we
I'm such an earthbender.
so you were there, I believe, when we discussed it, and Corey instantly was like firebender, and I'm like, but I didn't even get a chance. Like I'm a firebender, man. Um and and then he's like, okay, I guess I could be earthbender. And then Mug was like just
Look at
straight waterbender.
look at
Mug,
his hands. Do you think this
in
is an airbender's hand?
in my opinion, Mug should be the airbender. Corey should be the firebender. You could be the earthbender. I could be the waterbender. That would be like the perfect casting. I don't know if they'll go for that though.
If I'm not an earthbender, I do want to be the weapons master. Like I want to be the Sokka of the group.
Yeah.
I
I
want to be insanely sassy about everything.
I might be able to convince if I can convince Corey to be a firebender, then you could be the earthbender and I could be the airbender.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be a solution. Sorry, folks. You don't know what we're talking about. I don't even know if we know what we're talking about.
I don't know if I'll keep any of this in.
Um,
Um, Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Guard. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? I felt
I
like
was
we
just
were...
gonna say stay tuned to find out, but that could be my final thoughts.
All right. Well,
Marker.
thank you for so. Sorry, give me.
Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Come on, folks. We need to hit 1,000 listeners a day. A day? Holy moly, that's a lot of listeners. Connor's having a coughing fit.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you like this,
I like this. You know you like this.
I'm falling apart, man. It's 7:30 in the morning.
And we're not even in a warehouse anymore. We're just smack dab on the top of Mount Everest. I can't breathe.
You're in Mount Everest. I'm in a Denny's in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what's going on.
Have you ever played the game GeoGuessr? Sorry, I'm getting
Follow us on Twitter, not Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Find us on Facebook. Let us know how you're enjoying this. Interact with us. Like the pictures. Share with your friends. Support us on Patreon at Garlic Boy Productions. You can support us, and you can support TGB One Shots, which is our D&D tabletop role-playing game that we do. And you can watch our exclusive after show for that show called Bonus Action, where we talk about the episode and talk about more deeper things for D&D with us there, as well as you can find special episodes from us. I do want to let one thing know, just because I've been having some problems. I am having trouble uploading part 2 of the favorite Pokemon. So that is going to go up as soon as it can. Just having some problems uploading it. So if you're waiting for that to come up, that will be up there. Hopefully soon. In the meantime, there's other content up there for you to go enjoy. If you want something physical to support us and to show your friends that you listen to an awesome podcast, head on over to our Redbubble store. We got some good designs over there, and you can get them on whatever you want. As long as you want like a water bottle, a sticker, a phone case, things like that. T-shirts, bucket hats. Y'all like a bucket hat? We got a bucket hat.
We got a bucket hat.
And if you'd like to watch video versions of this podcast, head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys. We upload every Wednesday at noon. Watch them. They're great. And if you watch this episode when it comes out in a few weeks over there, you can watch me teach Matt math live.
All right, you can skip this episode, but then tune in for all the rest of the episode.
Nah, you got to watch all of them.
In the same episode that I learned math, you can also see Connor get increasingly frustrated that I did so well on this clever boy quiz.
I don't think we have to do that at all. But sure, if you want to. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
I do, in the spirit of talking about Avatar, and by Avatar, I mean the Avatar spirit. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to go with Rava, the mother of all avatars. Not directly, but kind of.
I was going to go with Pema.
Hey, that's a good choice.
She is Tenzin's wife.
Yeah.
And she gives birth to 4 children. 3 of them are airbenders, and she's having a rough time.
Yeah, no, those kids are rough, man. They're like the start of the Airbender Nation all over again, because as told by the first series, the last Airbender. Now there's more. Yeah, they're rough. Milo especially. Sorry, rambling. Don't buy Donald Trump's trading cards.
See, no one's gonna understand that.
Everybody knows about Donald Trump's Patreon or Donald Trump's trading cards. So I'm saying don't buy them and buy our subscription to Patreon instead. It's cut and dry, man. Cut and dry.
Our Patreon is less expensive than the Donald Trump trading cards.
It's like 10 times less expensive depending on.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be 33 less times less expensive than the Donald Trump trading cards. So please.
You are so bad at math. All right. Thanks so much for listening.
33 is 99, which is how much his things are.
As always, remember to stay garlicky.
Oh, man.
You could have just said 10 times less.
I did say 10 times less, and then I also said could be up to 33 times less.
Well, you're confusing me, and that's not helpful.
I'm not confusing the listeners because maybe they're good at math.
This isn't about them. It's about me. Matt, any final thoughts?
Yeah, go buy Donald Trump's NFT trading cards, and by his NFT trading cards, I mean subscription to our Patreon account. That's what I mean. Buy that. Don't waste your money on. Yes.
Okay. Before we actually do the final thoughts, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
You have to cut that part out and just paste it on the end of the episode.